Good morning. This is Kylie McMillan. I am coming to you live from the WSMS studio. Please give your attention to Ryan for the pledge.
Good morning. Please join me in a moment of silence. Please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remember to show respect, make a difference, and set the bar high. Have a great day. Now back to the announcers.
Attention NJHS members. Team 2 should do recycling this morning. There is an NJHS meeting next Friday, March 3rd, in the LGI at 8 o'clock a.m. The executive board will meet in Miss Latson's room on Thursday, March 2nd at 8. Students, if you have missed a club or team yearbook picture, please email Sophie Nestler at snestler252@phm.k12.in.us. Please include your name and what group picture you are not included in. Hello SMS 7th and 8th graders. If you are interested in joining the school track team, you must have an athletics physical form on file in the office or you will not be able to participate. If you have already participated in a school sport this school year, that means you already have your physical form on file. If you have not turned in a physical form, you should talk to your parents ASAP in order to get one scheduled so you will be able to start the season the same time as everyone else. If you are not sure if you have a form on file, you most likely do not. Check with your parents, the school office, or a track coach to find out more if needed. Thank you, Coach Sears. Wednesday night, your Lady Spartans lost by 2 to New Prairie, 21-23. Hannah Robertson led the team with 12 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 steals. Michaela Whitmer followed with 6 points, 3 steals, and 4 rebounds. Hannah Shelley also helped out with 3 points and 11 rebounds. The 7th grade Lady Spartans basketball team has been busy. Starting this week and Tuesday after a long weekend, the ladies beat John Young 36-18. Helping push the Spartans to the win was Peyton Atkins with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Another contributor was Nikki Jerzak with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. Last night, the Spartan defeated New Prairie 30-13. Anya Clark finished with 12 points, 9 steals, 3 rebounds. Peyton Atkins had another good night with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. The Lady Spartans travel to Jimtown tomorrow night. Come out and support the team. Go Spartans! The 7th grade Lady Spartans defeated Jimtown Jimmies last night 37-11. Nikki Jerzak came off the bench and scored 8 points, had 3 rebounds, and 3 steals. Anya Clark also contributed 3 rebounds and 8 points. Monica Ramirez added 5 rebounds of her own, and Peyton Atkins chipped in 11 points. The ladies have 2 games this weekend, Chesterton and Ben Franklin. Please come out and support your favorite Lady Spartans in their last home contest of the season. Go Spartans! Last night, your 8th grade Lady Spartans beat the Jimtown Jimmies 28-10. Hannah Robertson led the team with 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Hannah Tyler followed with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 deflections. Olivia Zernia added another 3 points and 5 assists. Hannah Shelley added 3 points and 7 rebounds. Morgan Kling and Anna Van Avermate both added another 2 with multiple deflections and steals. The last home games will be this weekend at 11 and 3. Stop by and support your Lady Spartans. Now for a special announcement.
All right. Well, thank you very much for those announcements this morning. You did a fantastic job. And as you can see, our girls basketball team was active this week. And our wrestling team won last night as well. I didn't see any announcements, but they did a fantastic job with their meet last night. I believe it was like a 60-30 victory. So congratulations to our wrestlers and the coaches as well. So today, we're going to just kind of recap a few of the items we talked about this week. If you recall, I was on Tuesday, and then Mr. McMillan and Mr. Michael were on the last 2 days talking about several different items with respect to some behavior, respect, some rules, just mostly reminders, but just kind of revisiting some of those items so you are all informed. and hopefully you paid great attention to those discussions. Now, I have to say I've been looking at the Padlet that we sent out on Monday, and I know we didn't have a lot of time to finish that up on Monday, actually Tuesday and Wednesday, but I do have several comments. I'm just going to read a few of them because they're outstanding with respect to the question. And now, by the way, all Chromebooks should be closed. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. You don't need any Chromebooks today. Just close them and pay attention. I'm just going to read a few. So the question was, what does showing respect mean to you? As a class, you came up with an answer that you kind of all agreed upon. So there were every single answer was great, but I want to just read a few. So Marsh, respect is treating others in the way that you want to be treated. That's the most basic definition, and that's right. If you want to be treated with respect, you respect others. Mr. Kissler's doing right. Make sure you hurt no one else with your actions or spoken words. So your words can carry a lot of weight. So I appreciate that from Mr. Kissler's class. Mrs. Hipsher, treat others how you want to be treated. Awesome. That's exactly right. Miss Ulrich and Curlis, doing what is right, being kind, and following the rules and expectations. That is awesome. And the last one I'll read today is Mrs. Fiegel. When a teacher tells you something, listen to them. Don't talk back to them. Well, that seems like common sense, okay? But yes, we don't talk back to adults, and that's just a part of being respectful. Try to take negative criticism and don't have a bad attitude. And it is also trying to make someone's day better and help them do the right thing.
Your microphone just fell on the floor.
Microphone just fell on the floor. Hopefully everyone can hear me a little bit better now. I'm just going to hold it. Here we go. And what I really liked is her last comment. Respect is really listening to someone. So just being an active listener. So awesome job completing that, and we appreciate your attention to those details. So who remembers what we did on Tuesday? What did I talk about on Tuesday? Do you remember? What was the main concept? I know you guys are thinking in the classroom. What do you think? You think you might know? Starts with G.
Our
GM.
Or GM. Growth mindset.
Growth mindset, awesome. Okay, so just a couple things, a reminder there. So, growth mindset, just reminders of why we want to have a growth mindset with everything we do throughout the school day. I'm just going to read some of the things that I think help us remember, but intelligence can be developed, so keep working hard even though you might be struggling with some things. Embrace challenges, so try hard, okay? Work hard on things that you are might see challenging, and see that your effort is the path to mastery, okay? It's not just given to you. You have to work at it to get better. And learn from criticism, okay? Talk to others, and when they talk to you, be mindful and listen. I really love Ms. Fiegel's comments. Respect is really listening to someone. Listen. So those were just a couple things as we think about a growth mindset. So next week, as you know, we have I-STEP, and we've talked about it a lot, and your teachers are preparing you for next week. We have a block schedule, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday's a regular day, okay, so your Monday will be normal. Every day you will have advisory, so you'll still start your day with your advisory teacher. We'll do some one book, one school to start our day, and then we'll end with some mindfulness thinking and breathing before we get ready for I-STEP. We're going to practice a little bit today what that mindfulness looks like. We've done it a couple different times, but we're going to continue to practice so you guys are ready to go next week because we're going to do it all 5 days. So that's next week. So with I-STEP, I know you guys are ready to go and you're going to put forth your best effort. And remember, it's all about growth, so having a positive attitude will help you be successful. We do need to remind you of a very important policy that Mr. McMillan and Mr. Michael talked about in terms of our general cell phone and electronics policy, but it gets a little more serious next week. And so what I want to do right now is we're going to pull up a document that I had emailed to everyone. So students, you have access to this. Teachers, you have access to this document. But you will be able to look at this document, and if you can't really read it, that's okay because I'm going to read it out loud, and then you have it electronically to refer to. But this document was mailed home, so hopefully your mom or dad or someone at home showed you this document because it's important. But again, this is something that's serious because it comes from the Department of Education, and they kind of govern everything that we do here at school. So next week, here's what you need a reminder. So that PHM, I'm just going to paraphrase some of the items here. We must enforce a strict cell phone electronic device policy during I-STEP, which is next week, and in order to maintain test security. So this policy applies directly to students who will be present or in the presence of I-STEP materials. So what is an electronic device? Well, obviously cell phones are, smartphones, but again, MP3 players, iPods, or any other music device, iPads, tablets, or other computers. So this is the reminder that during your math and language arts test, you cannot bring your Chromebook to the classroom. Okay, we'll remind you again and again, but on Monday, you take a language arts test. So you should not bring your Chromebook to language arts. Okay, you can bring it to your other classrooms, and when you go to language arts, just secure it in your locker on that day. But we can't have any electronic devices. Your cell phones, just like we said, need to be off and put away, and they can't even be on your person, which means you can't have it in your pocket when you go into the classroom. So make sure you put those items in your locker, especially next week. And any other kind of electronic device. So basically, if you have questions about what you have, just make sure you don't bring it because it probably is not going to be accepted. So, again, I recommend that you don't bring it during the school day next week. So don't bring your cell phones unless, it's an emergency. Again, if you do bring it, just put it in your locker. So I'm going to read a very important statement, and you can't really see it, but it's in bold. Students may not bring an electronic device into the testing area as it violates school and state policy, and violation of this policy is grounds for tests being invalidated and or disciplinary action. Okay, so it's very important that you don't bring it to the testing location. I can't say that enough. Last year, we were perfect. We didn't have any issues with that, so I want to make sure that we continue and not have any issues this year. And if you have any questions, you feel free to ask your teacher or ask one of us. So that document is there for you, so you have it available if you need to review it over the weekend, but it was sent to your email. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to introduce the calm.com activities that we've kind of started, but just to get us back into a routine. And I'm hoping that you guys, students and teachers, are taking this serious in the classroom. It's not, sometimes, when we listen to the lady who's speaking, give us some direction, the intent is so you're getting that direction so you understand what you're supposed to do. And, mindfulness is simply just a practice to help us be present and kind of mindful and reflective of kind of what's going on with our day, in our day. And it just calms us and it gets us ready for the school day. And this is not, this is something that all people can do, students and teachers. So what I want you to do at this time is just make sure you clear off your desks. Okay, make sure there's nothing, you don't have any distractions in front of you. I want you to be present. Really take this seriously. We're going to do it for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is up, we're going to come back on and we're going to conclude today with some positive incentive rewards. Mr. McMillan has a few awards for us to share with students. But what I want you to be thinking about, and you'll hear the directions from the lady speaking, but I want to preface some of what she's going to say. Essentially you're going to sit, you're going to just try to calm your body, and you're going to be thinking about your breathing. And if you can do this, you'll be amazed at how it will impact how you navigate the rest of your day. Okay, just kind of gets you ready. It gets rid of those distractions and anything that you have going on in your life. It helps you kind of eliminate those distractions so you can be present with your studies and with your conversations with your friends or your teachers. Okay, be present and not be thinking about other distractions. So there was one other comment I want to read, and I'm going to find it here. But I thought this was important, and I think it's true. But mindfulness can kind of be it's a quiet place for all of us to return to in all of the chaos of the outside world. okay? Think about all of the access to technology. You guys all have phones, and I'm sure you probably can sometimes feel overwhelmed with everything that you can access through technology. And if you can't kind of find ways to kind of filter what you're seeing or doing online by just kind of relaxing and just kind of forgetting about some of those things, it can be a hardship on your life, and it makes it harder for you to navigate middle school. So today we're going to spend 5 minutes, and we're going to do this activity. So make sure your desks are cleared. Teachers, I would encourage you to do this along with your advisory class, but just take this seriously, and we'll come back on in 5 minutes. We're going to hit play here in a moment, and the directions will be clear. Teachers, if you want to turn your lights off, that's fine too. That makes it a little bit easier to kind of get kind of relaxed and calm during this exercise. So thank you for taking it seriously. We're going to go ahead and hit play right now.
7 Days of Calm, a mindfulness program that introduces meditation and teaches how it can transform your life. Whether you have stress or anxiety, whether you'd like a more restful sleep, or to feel more connected and joyful, meditation teaches us how to wake up, pay attention, and become present. With greater awareness, we make better choices. We build stronger relationships and are able to remain calm among the ups and downs of life. Mindful meditation is a universal practice that has nothing to do with organized religion or dogma of any kind. It can be practiced by anyone, at any time, in any place. So with that said, let's dig into our first session, because the best way to learn about meditation is to practice it. We'll start with a breathing meditation to concentrate the mind. Find a quiet place to sit where you won't be disturbed. Sit with a straight back on a cushion or chair in a way that feels comfortable. Close your eyes and rest your hands gently on your knees or cup them softly in your lap. Keep your upper body straight, tall like a mountain. The chest is soft. Soften your forehead. Relax your lips and your jaw. Let your body rest easily. Let's start by taking a few long, deep breaths to settle into this moment. Taking deep breaths in and full breaths out. Allowing any tension you may be holding to fully release. As you become still, allow your breath to return to normal, keeping the rhythm of your breathing natural, not trying to change it in any way. And keeping your focus on the breath, notice where it feels the strongest. That might be the rise and fall of the belly, it might be the expansion and contraction of the lungs. Or it might be the cool or warm air flowing through your nostrils. Wherever the breath feels the strongest, bring your attention to that point and concentrate on it fully. Follow the breath. Follow it all the way in till the very end of the inhale. And as your inhale comes to an end, follow the breath all the way out through the exhale. It can help to anchor your attention by counting 1 on the inhale and 2 on the exhale. 1 on the inhale and 2 on the exhale. Now I'll let you stay with the breath on your own for a few moments, observing breath after breath after breath. You may find your mind wanders off.
Oh, okay. Are we back? So hopefully, I can do that all day long. Couldn't you, Mr. McMillan? I can zip solid. So, again, so next week.
Hold your mic.
Oh yeah, reminder. I can do that all day long if you didn't hear that. So next week we will each day, teachers, we'll start with one book, one school. So we'll continue reading Wonder, and the last 5 to 7 minutes we'll come on with WSMS and facilitate the exercises so we can kind of get ready for our day. And so again, it's just like we said, a practice to become present in the moment and kind of eliminate distractions. So hopefully you took that time seriously. So we're going to end today. Mr. McMillan has some rewards to share out. Thank you, students, for being active listeners this week and just being, Schmucker Spartans. And I know everyone's going to do their very best next week on iStep. So thank you, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. McMillan.
Hey, I appreciate that. What a great experience and what a great program Mr. Gallagher is setting up for us. So that's a really cool tool for us to use. So I appreciate that. We've gotten a lot of feedback from our discussions we've had for the last couple of days, and one thing that I like the most is the conversation. I'm getting emails from students, asking me some great questions, following up with the questions that were asked previously, and some really good thought-provoking questions, which I really encourage and I really like. So keep those coming, and see me in the hallway. You can ask, and we have students coming up with passes saying, I've got my pass. It's brilliant. A couple of quick announcements before I start doing some incentive awards. 6th and 7th grade students, you're going to get a letter today. I sent a letter home yesterday via email and on Canvas about the European trip, a little bit more specific about it, and kind of detail some things. There is a meeting next week, next Friday, before school and after school, that either you can attend, just parents can attend. It is detailed on that letter, so take a look at that and see that. You're going to get a letter today in your social studies class as well, a hard copy. So you can take that home and show that to your parents. And if you have questions, or if they have questions, they can feel free to give me a call or email me as well. But let's get some awards out so we can get some good stuff going on here. I've got cookie passes. I've got quite a few cookie passes. Again, these will be in student services. Once I make my way down, I'll drop them off. You guys can pick them up. Dwayne Luddington, you got a cookie on me. Landon Gerke, that is yours. Cole Curcio, I got one for you too. Clarissa Robles, Maddie Stabnick, Phoenix Criddle, Lucy Davidson, Grace Haywood. These are all cookies for you. So in a moment, I'll be down in student services to get you those. I got some more pen packages, 14 pack. Lexi McCoy, I got one. Dylan Schaefer, got one for you as well. They're really cool. You can keep them. You can hand them out to friends. They're really cool kind of thing. And I've got another 14 marker set for Kieran Deep Core. Kieran Deep Core. All right, I got one more fairly decent one. I won't say fairly decent, it's quite decent. So I got an iPod Touch I'd like to give out to a student today. It's a 32 gig. Well, there it is, iPod Touch. This is going to go to Ryan Clunan. Yeah, Ryan Clunan, that's yours. Student Services, we'll get this all down to you, so meet me down there in about a couple minutes or so. Appreciate that. You guys have a fantastic, brilliant Friday.
Have a great day, and we'll see you Monday.